Okay. Hey guys. So when our goalie has the ball, all right, today we played with 3 back, Zakar being here, Henry being here, and then quite a few different people trying out this position. What I want us to do now is when our goalie goes here, Zakar is going to come to the middle, and you're going to notice that we're going to have a diamond here, right? And the other team was playing a 3. 1, 2, 3. They had 3 in the back. They had 2 midfielders like this, right? And then they had 3 up right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Zakar. He's still a center back. But when we build out and we have offense, we go into a 2, 3, 2, 3, kind of like a 2-3-3 or a 2-3-2-1. Okay, and what that does is it makes a diamond in the midfield, and you'll see why this is so important. Okay, so when we play here, their forward's going to shift here, right? Maybe their winger might come here. By having Zakar here, so instead of having to go back like this where there's coverage and they're in the man mark, by having Zakar here, right, they're either going to set up like this, right, or they're going to have this forward press here. Now that's the key to our success. If they have their center forward high and Zakar can kind of sneak into this area, then right away, no matter where it is, we're going to have options. So if they're outside backs high, right, we'll be able to play here, right, into the diamond, right? Now here's where it gets good, right? Because they've got 3 back, 2 midfielders, and 3 here. No matter what they do, they're in trouble because Zakar can drive, which will draw out one of these players here, leading to a give and go here, right? And now we have a 3v2 here. So if he steps here, we're in. If he steps here, we're in. Cross, right? Work together and finish. Okay. Now, I'll show you again from the other side. Building out here. They've got 3 forwards here. Okay. We've got our forward here. We've got our diamond here in the half spaces. Okay. And then our center back here. Okay. And then our wingers here. Now this is kind of like a 4-back like in soccer, right? An outside back, a center, right? But now we're playing with Zakar as a 6, right? Which is like a center defensive mid, right? And what they could do here now is they could possibly drop their forward here. I doubt they would do that, but it is a possibility, right? So then what we're trying to do is if they're in a 3-2-3, right, we've got our forward here. If we can get the ball out here, that would be ideal, right? Because that pulls this guy out here, okay? So we've got another diamond here. See this? Right? Here into Zakar, right? If he gets stuck, we can play keeper, right? Kenzie was a field player and she was playing keeper today. So Kenzie could go here. If they press Kenzie, awesome. We're out, right? We're out. And then we're into Zakar. Now these guys are outside backs. Okay, so that's going to give them problems, right? Because the other team's going to want to sit with 3, right? And then they've got these 2 players here, right? So we're pinning with these half space players, we're pinning their midfielders back, right? Which gives us a 5v3 here, okay? Technically a 6v3 because we got keeper too, right? So if he plays here, cool, we're out, right? Now we have broken this offensive line. We push up our outside backs. Zakar builds here. Now we have to be careful because counterattacks, look at, we've got a 2v3, okay? But on offense, if we play smart, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6v5. So we have the overload now on offense. Okay, that starts everything. So basically, when they step to Zakar, we need to bounce off the forward. Because now we have a 3v2 here. And no matter what they do, if they step here, forward bounces in here, draws them out, right? And then we get numbers up into the box and a supporting option for a cross, or if they block the cross, then we're penetrating this way, right? I prefer not to receive the ball like this. I prefer things like maybe this, right? Receiving the ball coming at the goal versus receiving the ball at your back. Because I don't know about you, but I don't have eyes in the back of my head, right? So if you're making this run, arc it a little bit, right? Because then maybe you could do a dummy here and receive it there. Okay? Now defensively, if we lose the ball, okay, we need to quickly get back into position. Now, one thing we can do, so there's no offsides, is we can take Zakar, who is very capable of looking behind him and cutting off passing lanes, right? Here, maybe they'll kick it long, right? But more likely, if they're a team that can play, they'll try to counterattack and use their midfielders because we already got past them, right? Right? At this point, Zakar can't step because then they're in. Right? Zakar needs to delay and cut off the 9, right? So that they can't get in here, right? And if they go here, Zakar needs to still cut off that 9 here, okay? Because they might go here, right? We don't need him to go all the way back here, though, right? We'll let the keeper take care of those right there if he's sitting like this. But you got to cut off the lane so that they can't pass it on the ground too. At which point, right, we've kind of got this 2-1 system right here going. And we got to be careful of that player in the middle depending on how good he is, right? These players need to do the heavy lifting now, right? They need to get back here because those are our midfielders right there, okay? And we'll create this shape. Now, we're asking a lot of these outside backs or wingers, right? So they're clogging the middle, right? And now we're in a really good shape, right? No matter what they do, maybe they shoot long, but that's not very scary with small goals. Maybe they shift it, but we have this tight shape in the middle here, right? That we're together. Right, if they come here, we're together. We shift. These two shift together, right? We don't shift like this, right? Because if we shift like this, right, we're giving entry into our block, right? So we've got a double wall, right? 2 doors, right? 2 doors closed together, right? Not open, okay? If they swing it, we shift across, right? Okay? Wingers are dropping, right? But wingers are important too because most likely they're in 3-2. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. So it's a 5v5 match going on right now. Right? So wingers can help out, but I kind of like them to keep out wide, right? So maybe one can tuck in, right? If they're out here, right? But when we win it in the middle, oh, that's the wrong. When we win it in the middle, we need to have these forwards ready to bounce because we'll have space in the middle. And these wingers can't be too deep, otherwise we have no outlet, right? And then this is where I like some creativity and movement because we can drag people out of places. So we bounce into the forward, or if forward is covered, we bounce outside, right? They're going to get tight here, okay? If they're running here, play here, right? If they're cutting off here, run to the middle here, okay? If you can play in here, kind of circle around like this, right? Clear space, right? And as you're clearing space, that'll draw them back, right? Because they got to cover that run, right? They're going to probably sit like that. Then we start building in the forward into the midfield, okay? And then we're playing, okay? Hope that helps. Look forward to next week, and let me know if you have any questions.